trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
Hmm.
As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean,
가방 이뻐.
certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country, although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
늦은 밤 철도역에서 운행 중이던 열차가 사라지는 불가사의한 일이 발생했다. 휴게를 떠났던 홈즈와 왓슨은 흥미로운 사건에 말려든다.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
일주일 후
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
다음날 아침 이른 시각.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
좋아. 열차가 어떻게 사라졌는지 밝혀내세요. 열차가 사라진 현장을 조사하세요. 여기 있던 열차가 여기로 내려왔어. 그런 것 같아요. 기차는 있는데 차는
First of
없는.
all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
기차가 사라진 지역이 어딘데? 여기는가? 아닐 텐데. 이렇게 쬐끄맣다고? 뭔데? 그러니까 기차가 어떻게 사라지지? 엄청나게 크잖아.
First of all, let us examine the area where the...
여기가 여긴데? 아, 뭐야.
What should we do next, Holmes?
지도를 보자.
This map will be useful.
쓸모 있어 보인다고? 역시 아는 만큼 보이는 건가? 나는 쓸모 없어 보이는데? 이게 쓸모 있어 보여요? 나는 쓸모 없어 보이는데? 역시 아는 만큼 보이나 봐. 그래, 맞아. 없는 거보다야 낫겠지. 이제 지도를 보고 여기가 여기잖아? 일로 이렇게 쭉 올라가 볼게. 아닌가? 일로 가면 되겠지? 그니까 철로 따라서 경찰들 싹 풀면 되는... 절로 못 가나봐. 싹 풀면 되는 거 아닌가? 진짜로? 아, 이쪽 내려가는 거구나. 헤헤. 싹 풀면 되는 거 아닌가? 진짜로? 어차피 기차가 없어지면 철로를 벗어날 수 없으니까. 상상력으로 현장에서 일어났던 것을 재현하는 쪽.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
바로 여기군.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train.
빈병이 있고
There are no tracks or footprints on the ground.
발자국 같은 건 없고.
Railway sleepers, nothing unusual.
뭐 또 없나?
There are no tracks or
잠깐만,
footprints
철로도
on the
보자.
ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising.
저기요. 뭐 없나요? 뭐 볼만한 거 없나? 책상 조사해보자.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson. Here is the train set.
뭐지? 뭔 상황인지도 잘 모르겠네.
A telegraph. A telegraph.
그러게. 브랭틀린 역에서 머무는 중이니까 여기는 아닌데 여긴 이브샴 역이거든? 여기는 아니야. 토마스 로빈슨 하고 얘기를 해봐야 하는 건가?
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
인물 관찰 좀 합시다. 아, 칭찬 감사합니다. 점이 있음. 입을 굳게 다물었음. 턱에 주름이 있음. 그리고 성성한 백발. 큰 단추. 명예 훈장. 더러운 소매. 흑토성이야? 딱 걸렸어. 흙 만졌어. 반지. 결혼했어.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
특수화물.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
근데 코에 안경 자국 있는 거 아닌가? 맞지? 이런 거는 상관없나 본데? 이런 건 뭐 아무 상관없나 봐. 열차 안에 승객들은?
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. But what kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
아, 이제 다른 데로 갈 수 있게 됐을 것 같은데? 사라진 열차에 탑승했던 승객들에 대한 정보를 찾아야 된대요. 브리들링턴. 연착되었던 역으로. 맞아. 여기야.
The whole train just disappeared. It's...
아무도 안 계세요.
Railway post bags.
여기 뭐 직원도 없어? 뭐야? 사람이다. 안녕하세요.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
일단은 살펴보죠. 이 사람에 대해서. 작업복. 이게 작업복이야? 와, 이런 걸 어떻게 구분해? 난 완전 한껏 꾸민 것 같이 보이는데. 결혼했고요. 또 뭐가 있지? 뭐 하나는 뭐지 이거? 뭐 같아? 네 글자 같은데. 아, 거친 피부. 무슨 일이십니까?
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
뭐지?
Goodbye,
돈 많은
sir.
사람들만 남기고 다 내리라 그랬대. 표가 잘못됐다면서. 근데 표는 완전 열차를 타고 출퇴근하는 모양이고 매일 열차를 이용하는 만큼 선로에 익숙하며 철도역에 대해서도 잘 아는 사람일 것이다. 들어가도 되나? 이 사람하고도 얘기해 볼게요.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
아닌데요?
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
왜 이렇게 재수없게 말해? 이름도 틀렸거든요? 호주 전통 모자, 값비싼 정장, 굵직한 금제 반지, 화려한 구두, 입이 삐죽, 로빈슨 씨.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
고물상 아저씨가 기차 훔쳐서 팔라
I
그랬나?
presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes, it was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
헐,
What do you know about the Barcazas company?
It's a
바르카자스.
large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
무슨
This
발명품일까?
revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
근데 그런 것 치고 겪은 일에 비해 화가 덜 난 것 같아.
Mr. Robinson, could you please
침착하시네.
clarify? Were you travelling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I
브롬스비?
merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
저
The
사람하고도
ticket inspector
대화해봐야겠는데요?
forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazas Chilean company.
뭔가 저 발명품하고 기차하고 연관이 있는 것 같아.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions. Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
열정적이네. 한번 확인해보죠. 모자부터 볼 수 없나? 아니네. 깔끔한 복장. 지침서. 잉크 자국. 젊은 나이. 특별한 일이 일어나진 않았나?
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
어떡해. 풋내기 역장.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent.
풋내기잖아요.
You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
체스터필드?
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
체스터필드 철도역, 런던 북경뷰 철도열약, 도착 출발. 급하게 보내서 읽을 수가 없대. 종이 뭉치. 뭐야?
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
자동 전력 생성기를 개발했대요. 이 정도면 보험약관. 시제품이 손상되었을 경우 손해액을 최대 50%까지 보장한대요.
A telegraph.
얘기해볼까? 보험약관인 것 같은데? 아저씨, 보험금 받으려고 그런 건가요?
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
보험 사기인가?
Thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message. which I was prevented from doing.
I apologise for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your gripsack
여행
with
가방.
you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but
Well, that won't do at all. Station Master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about
여기 옆에
him.
있던 짐을 옮겼어요. 여기다.
Railway post
아니네.
bags.
여기다. 여기였어. 여기다.
This gripsack belongs to
열쇠가 없는데?
Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
열쇠가 있는데 어떻게 알아? 아, 또 이거네. 좋아, 한번 확인해보자. 선입기. 해보자. 여기에 맞추는 건가? 이렇게? 깜짝이야. 맞았다. 오! 쉽구만.
Look, Watson. A bundle of contracts. Very suspicious.
독점
We should
거래
study them
계약서입니다.
carefully. An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
해당 문서는
Yet another exclusive sales contract.
그러게.
Mr. Robinson is the seller.
보험 사기가 맞는 것 같아, 그치?
Yet another exclusive
거래
sales contract.
계약서입니다. 시제품 그대로 기기를 구매함에 동의하는 바이다.
Mr. Robinson is the seller.
발생하는 문제에 책임을 지지 않으며 구매 시점에서 쟁점을 발견된 경우 역시 예외로 두지 않는다.
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
그러게. 그러니까 미리 주문해놓고 없어졌다 그래서 고객들 사라진 열차. 아니네. 로빈슨은 피해자에 불과하다. 토마스 로빈슨에게 발명품의 분실이란 재앙 그 자체였다. 분실이란 재앙 그 자체였다. 다중 계약을 통해 사기 행각으로 돈을 끌어모으려던 그는 보험금으로는 충당할 수 없는 막대한 손실을 떠안게 되었다. 아닌 것 같은데? 특수화물 피해자의 범행 동기. 난 이거 같아. 사기 같아. 역에서 보낸 정보. 뭘까? 열차 직원들. 우연의 일치. 열차에서 바르카자스의 임원들만 탑승했던 것은 우연에 불과하다. 아니야. 우연 아니야. 바르카자스 임원들만 남아있었다. 좋아. 이렇게 범인이라고 가정하고 추리하다 보면 진짜 범인이 나오겠지. 어떻게 얘기해볼까?
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
그래요. 자, 그러면 다음 역으로 이동해볼게요. 체스터필드 역으로.